Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new documentary, Zuwarski versus Texas. And this is from directors Maisie Crow and Abby Peralt, and focuses on the story of a group of women who were denied abortions in life-threatening circumstances in Texas because of the full ban that was launched in the state. And his film obviously has a particular perspective. And it's automatically going to deter certain people from watching this film, which is unfortunate because I feel like this documentary does a really great job of focusing on not this broader conversation about abortion, but this very specific piece to this conversation that's that middle gray area. And there are a lot of people who do not see that there's a gray area in terms of the abortion conversation. And we'll dismiss this film right away. But this film, I think its strength is in terms of what it's focusing on. And these life-threatening circumstances where these women could have died. And their children did. And in horrible, painful, and avoidable ways. And there's one particular woman who testifies, because this is very much a courtroom approach of a documentary where you see a lot of hearings and testifying. And there's this one particular sequence which is really hard to watch. Listening to this woman in detail describe what happened to her child who did not have developed lungs and couldn't breathe upon birth. And it's disturbing, it's harrowing. And this film's able to leverage those aspects of it. And I'd be hard-pressed to find anybody who could sit there and just listen to that and not be like, wow, something should have been done about that. There will be people, but I don't know what to tell you. But there's these sequences in this film that really do hit that deeply emotional level. And what the Crow and Peralt are able to do in terms of putting the focus on the personal journeys and why no issue should be so black and white like it is in this particular situation, and the horrible things that are happening to women and to babies upon birth that's a result of this. This film is able to really capture that complexity of this issue. And that's where it lives, in that gray area. This film certainly has like the undertones of like, this is pro-choice, but it's focusing on that specific piece of the conversation where there has to be some nuanced approach to having this discussion. And there are states like Texas that refuse to have any nuance to what's going on here. And this film is able to take the experiences of women who want to have children and show how hard and how brutal and how painful this experience can be for everybody involved. There's one particular line where one representative of the state of Texas said the only person being hurt in this situation is the state when a woman had her baby die upon birth. And you're just like, those are the kinds of moments that this film's able to capture and really shed a light on how terrible this whole entire situation is. And whatever your politics are, this film is a harrowing experience of seeing the struggle and this uphill battle, because this is not an easy, triumphant kind of achievement. This is an uphill battle that may or may not ever have a happy ending. Or I guess it depends on whose perspective you're coming from. But from the perspective of these women who could have died during this situation, it's a harrowing experience, and seeing how this documentary is able to navigate their stories and see the pitfalls and the roadblocks along the way, and leaving you in a real, authentic situation where this is really undecided at this point, and there might not be a whole lot of hope to it, but this conversation is opened up by this kind of documentary. But those are my thoughts on Zuwarski versus Texas. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.